Hi guys, welcome back to our course on NumPy. In today's lecture, we are going to study the data types in NumPy. So let's get started. Let's first take a look at the default data types in Python. They're integer, float, boolean, string, and complex. Integer represents numbers like 1, 2, 3, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3. Float represents real numbers. Boolean represents true or false value and string represents text, while complex represents complex number which has real as well as imaginary part. Let's move on to data types in NumPy. NumPy has some additional data types and they're represented using alphabets. Lowercase I stands for integer, lowercase u stands for unsigned integer, lowercase b stands for boolean, lowercase f stands for float, lowercase c stands for complex float, lowercase m stands for time delta, uppercase m stands for date time, o stands for object, uppercase s represents string, and v represents chunk of memory or void. Now let's move forward to another topic, that is how to check the data type of an array. So NumPy array object has a property called dtype that returns the type of array. The syntax is print, and in bracket we have to give array name dot dtype, and this command or this line or this thing will return us the data type of the array that we have passed. Now let's move on to the coding part and implement this. So I have opened my terminal and I'll write Python 3 and hit enter. Now I'm gonna import NumPy as np and create an array. Arr is equal to np.array, and now I'm gonna pass a list to it. But this time the list contains string characters and not integers. So let the elements be pen, banana, you can take anything, or chalk. So close the brackets and hit enter. Now I've created an array. Now we are gonna print the data type. So I'm gonna write print, and in brackets I'm gonna write array name or arr dot dtype and hit enter. So I have obtained the result as U6. Please note that here U stands for Unicode string. So now let's take one more example. Now I'm gonna create one more array, and it's gonna be an array of integers. So arr1 is equal to np.array, and now I'm gonna pass an integer list to it. So let the elements be 1, 2, 3, 4, close brackets and hit enter. Now I'm gonna print arr1 dot dtype. So the result is int 64. Please note that int refers to integer, so data type is integer 64. Now let's move on and see how can we create an array with a specified data type. So to create an array with a specified data type, we need to pass an optional argument while creating the array, that is dtype. So the syntax is going to be array name is equals to np.array, and we have to pass list, and we have to add a comma, and we have to pass data type as the required data type. Now let's take an example. So let me just zoom the terminal. Now I'm gonna write Python 3, hit enter, import NumPy as np, hit enter. Now I'm gonna create an array, but this time I'm going to specify the data type. So let's create an array with data type 4-byte integer. So I'm gonna write arr or array name is equals to np.array, and this time we are going to pass a list, but we are also gonna specify the data type. So I have to specify the data type as int, or in this case we can use I also, or I4, so 4 bytes, and I hit enter. So I'm gonna print array, and I'm going to print its data type. So print arr dot d type. So you can see it's int 32. So 4 bytes means 32 bits. Now let's take one more example. So let's create an array with d type or data type string. So I'm gonna write arr1, or whatever the array name is equal to np.array, and I'm gonna pass a list to it, but this time I'm gonna specify the d type or data type as s, that represents string. I made an error, there's some problem in brackets. I have added an extra right bracket, so let me just rectify it. So let me just print the array, print arr. I have to print the arr1. So print arr1, hit enter, and you can see the result as a list of strings. And when we print the d type or data type, it shows s1, that is string and 1 byte. So now let's see what happens when a data type cannot be converted. When you have a mixed kind of list, that is, it contains integers, alphabets, or it's in a mixed form, and there's problem in conversion. So let me just give an example. arr2 is equal to np.array, and I'm gonna pass a character in list and other elements as integers. And I'm gonna specify the data type as I, that represents int. So it says unmatched. So there's some problem in brackets. Let me just correct it and do it again. So it shows invalid literal for int with base 10. So this is the problem that arises when a data type cannot be converted. So in today's video, we learned about data types and how to check data types and how to create an array with a specified data type. That's all for today. This video is brought to you by Programming Knowledge. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, and hit the bell button for more updates. And please stay tuned with us for more lectures on NumPy. Thank you.